Welcome. I'll be reacting to The Shape of Water. All I know about this is that I think it's some sort of mer creature romance. This is not a market substitute. Please support the original. It's reminding me a little bit of Titanic so far. I love old buildings that are underwater.
And the monster who tried to destroy it all.
I'm guessing the monster is a human. The music reminds me of Amelie so far. I'm really liking it. That's sort of semi-lighthearted with a touch of creepy.
Sirens wake you up?
Are you ready?
Oh, I love him. Probably one of the best dancers of all time. I do that when no one's watching too. How many of you just start dancing when nobody is around? Like I do Singing in the Rain, the entire dance sequence, as long as nobody's on the street when it's raining. That car definitely looked 60s. The color scheme in this film is amazing. Look at this green on the bus, green on the windows, green on his cake, in his balloons. Brilliant.
You got to learn to be on time.
Okay, that hair is definitely 60s.
Don't cut in, dummy. Leave her alone, woman.
Love her outfit. I always feel more comfortable once I've figured out the era.
You boys mind putting the trash in the can?
Ugh.
That's what it's there for.
Whoa.
Hard to
They
believe,
really
huh?
left that a
That's what
mess.
it's there for.
All right. Sorry, Zelda.
Yes, sir. We don't speak time.
Rodney McKay?
Mr. Clemens.
I'm sorry, give me a moment. That's Dr. McKay from Stargate Atlantis.
I've been cocooned inside an alien spacecraft. I've had another person living inside me. I've encountered not one, but two different versions of myself, so who am I to judge?
In a movie about water science stuff, apparently. I love it. Seems like he's a similar personality, too.
Moment of your time? This may very well be the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
I'm gathering he's the villain. He has the music and he has the chiseled jaw.
Tantalus never achieved the escape of death, because the fruit on the branches was just always out of his reach.
But I mean, Tantalus deserved that because he fed his own children to the gods. Like, no, don't do that. I'm totally with Hades on this one.
Look at those tantalizing pies. That was very clever.
Are those two are flirting, aren't they?
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh yeah, he totally has a thing for that waiter. That is a lot of pie. He totally has a crush. Wash your hands, dude. Hands.
Oh, no. A man washes his hands before or after. He does it both times. Points to a weakness in character. It was very pleasant chatting with you both.
What a creep.
Help! He's losing blood!
Should have washed his hands.
20 minutes to render this lab immaculate and so on and so forth. 20 minutes.
20 minutes? What are they, Cinderella? Ah. Fingers. Good thing she had that bag.
I mean, since I was asked to leave by you,
We are not getting into this now.
I want to come back, Bernie.
Are you sure that's safe? I mean, there were fingers missing the last time you were in here. I don't know, he reminds me a little bit of Saru on Discovery.
No siblings, Zelda? That's not common, is it, for your people?
My mama died after me.
Excuse me?
They found her by the river in the water.
Oh, no wonder she likes
It
water.
was you that found my fingers.
Well, he's a river creature, and she was found near the river. There's got to be a connection. Isn't she worried about getting caught and losing her job? That's a bit noisy. He must be so bored in that tank, too, so I can see why he wants the music. Is that some pierogi?
Bob?
No.
On your
Oh, I love pierogi. I'm worried about her because he likes his women to be silent, and she's literally silent, and he might try to hurt her. Yeah.
There you go again, making that god-awful sound. Is that you crying, huh? Is that what it is?
Sir, we need to get him back in the water.
See, these scientists, they're like artists, sir. They fall in love with their plaything. We need to vivisect this thing.
No.
Take it apart.
No.
Learn how it works.
No, that would defeat the purpose. You cannot, under any circumstance, kill this creature.
Don't tell him what to do. He's not gonna like that.
stars with me, son. It is my damn decision.
Yeah.
All that I am, all that I've ever been, brought me here to him. The way he looks at me, he does not know what I lack or how I am incomplete. I have to leave. Nothing. We can do nothing. I'm sorry, but this is just.
Even if she got him out into the hallway, then what? She'd get 10 feet.
Very educated, and I like talking to you.
The only reason that I come in here is
The conversation.
I'd like to get to know you better.
What the hell are you
Oh
doing,
no,
old man?
he's not gonna be into it.
You should go too. And don't come
Yeah.
back. This is a family restaurant.
Wow. Tough to be queer in this time period.
You need it. So, you just tell me what to do.
Oh.
You're the man of the future. You belong in this car.
Salesmen are the same in every era. That is a beautiful car, though.
Go, go. Or have this.
Aw, the kitty's name is
this,
Thor.
I think it says working man, but this says with the butterscotch tie. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
right.
How's she gonna get the cameras off, though?
You squawk a little. I just want you to know, I don't mind those scars. I don't mind that you can't speak either. Kind of gets me going.
Yeah, I was worried about him. Watch your head.
For any longer than need be. Do you?
He's figured out what she's doing. I think he's gonna help her. Zelda, don't mess this up.
In 5 minutes, I'll meet you at the loading dock. Out. So be prepared.
So many things could go wrong right now.
Meet me at the loading dock.
Sir, what do you need me to
Get back.
McKay, trip him.
I swear, I'm not
Oh, yeah, knock him out.
objects and I just don't get along.
Yes.
She's waiting for you at the dock.
You do not have time for this, people. You need to leave fast. Yeah, nick his car on the way out. Yes. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Ooh. Except they know where she lives. You can get him out that way. Perfect. Let's go. They just have to get that gate open.
I'm thinking conceivably, sir, like special forces or so on and so forth.
Red Army, Special Forces?
Conceivably. I mean, they're highly
Special
trained,
forces.
well-financed, an elite group. Highly efficient, ruthless, clockwork precision. My conservative estimate is that this was a strike force of at least 10 men.
Thor, be careful. Don't eat Thor.
No!
Well, I mean, he doesn't understand what pets are, so...
He's a wild creature. We can't ask him to be anything else. Eliza, go find him.
So Thor's okay, but Pandora got eaten. Okay, he understands now. Don't eat the cat. Is he telepathic? Or is that to help heal? The rain. It's time to let him go.
Stop looking like that. What happened? How? Does he have a...
Dat is deelers troepen. Nu bij Pieter.
That looks like a really good cake.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do with that? He's trained. You're a scientist. He's about to die, isn't he? Ah, that was close. Aren't the neighbors going to notice this when it starts leaking? Like, exactly. He needs to go down the canal where it's safe. Oh, wow. He's not doing very well.
This isn't good. I'm gonna call Dr. Hofstadter.
No, it's too dangerous. His phone is probably tapped, though. You can't.
Сегодня без пароля. No rags. They just clean.
Oh, no.
It means if you know something you're not telling me, you're gonna tell me.
Whatever it is, New Girl took it. I heard my wife.
He's coming for you. You gotta go now and you gotta take that thing with you.
What?
Oh, no, the calendar. She wrote it on a calendar. He has healing abilities, right?
Eliza!
Yeah, see?
Oh my God.
Oh.
What would I say? That they lived happily ever after? I believe they did.
The cinematography in this movie was beautiful. All those muted greens and blues. The way they brought in the 60s colors in the background as well. Even though the story was fairly simplistic, it really was about the mood and the atmosphere and the music. The visuals were absolutely gorgeous. The way the rain would transition into the bubbles that would transition into the tank or the wheels of her cleaning cart. Everything was really carefully thought out and so artistic. I think I compared it to Amelie early on, and I stand by that. And not just because of the music, but also just the general feeling that I got from it, and the very stylized color palette, the way it thought about love. In fact, this entire film felt very French. Maybe because it was a romance, they decided to go with a bit of a French film style. I think the ending was very interesting because what we saw was a happy ending. But from the narration, it was her friend talking about it. And really all he saw was her falling into that canal and then extrapolating from there in a positive way. She might be dead. Maybe all that really happened was that she was gone, and this was her friend just trying to deal with that and cope with it. I'm not convinced that that happy romantic ending actually happened. And it's interesting that they brought out the idea of positive thinking throughout this film. And at the end, we're left with, her friend was just thinking very positively there, but was it real? And maybe it doesn't matter. That's the point. That he's the one who truly understood what being positive was. Of using your imagination to create something beautiful. Versus the villain who was trying to just get more power. Overall, incredible film. I keep thinking that that was the Saru actor, so I'm just gonna look that up really quickly. Yeah, that was Doug Jones. It was hard to recognize him with all the makeup on, but there's something about the way he carries himself and the way he moves that's unique. He did a fantastic job. I assume that was all prosthetics and makeup. He's one of those rare actors who you could just put him inside a plastic bag and he would do an amazing job. But purely with body language, not saying a word, covered in scales, you never questioned what he was feeling or thinking. I saw that with him as Saru. Definitely saw that in this movie. This felt like a fairy tale, in a good way. At the very beginning when we heard her talked about as the princess. So it doesn't really matter what happened. And the biggest takeaway is that this completely normal person with an average job made a huge difference because she decided to take action. And when she had to let him go, she was willing to. And that is impressive. Thank you to everyone who suggested this in the comments.